Okay, tonight we got another special guest, and this guy, most of you are going to know him. He's got a good story to tell, and through these stories, we hope to inspire young people to go further, to understand that you can go further. You don't have to be what people say you are or who people say you are. Be yourself. Create a name for yourself. So we're going to get ready to get started. You going to introduce yourself, Coach?
Michael Johnson, born in Chicago, raised in Brewsville, Mississippi.
My name is Tony Henley, better known as Big 8 from Noshaway County.
Okay.
My name is Early Henley, Jr.
Lucius Henley.
Okay. All right. Before one thing, this is going to be the first question, Coach. Do anybody still call you Money, and where did that name come from?
Yeah, a lot of people still call me Money. Some call me Money, some call me Money Real. And the name came from, as a youngster, being, in Brooksville, playing ball, being around the kids' neighborhood, playing, and older guys seeing you play. Mm-hmm. And I was at the court one day, and playing with the older guys, and down over yard, he was like, "Hey man, I'm gonna start calling you Money. You gonna make your grandma a lot of money." So that's where that name came from.
Okay. I always wondered. I knew as going through high school, I used to hear people say Money Mike. So I was just wondering where did it started.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted you to actually start from your early days in playing junior high ball and tell us a little bit about that and who was your inspiration there, and we'll move on up the ladder.
Well, actually, starting out junior high, I really wasn't even gonna play football because I was stuck on basketball. Basketball was my thing. Like if you see me in the hood, you see me with a basketball. So that mainly was my thing. And but hanging with Big 8 now, George Davis, Quarter Horse, Harold Bartlett, all of us, you seen one, you seen all of us. Mm-hmm. So those guys, they wanted to play football. So, football season come in before basketball season. Yeah. So they're like, "Man, come on, man, you can play football, man, then you can play basketball after this." So I'm like, man, I don't know. I done played Sandlot, played Sandlot, but now I'm hearing that the coach, if you play football, you can't play basketball. So I'm like, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
So then Coach William, A. William, which was the head coach at the time, he was like, "Man, you from Brooklyn, you got to play football. We'll worry about basketball later." So I started playing football, and I remember the first time I got the ball, it was natural. You know what I'm saying? Being in junior high, everybody want to see what you can do because back then that was our first time of, official football because we didn't have Pee Wee football then. So I got the ball at the backfield and they just couldn't tackle me. They couldn't tackle me for nothing. It was like, man. So every time I got it, it was like something magical. And so I'm like, man. So, but at the same time, I ain't finna let nobody, because I was little back then. I was little. So I'm not about to let these guys hit me. So whatever I can do to maneuver them from hitting me, so this was finna happen. But mainly at that age, junior high age, I really didn't I really didn't have nobody I was looking up to football wise, because like I say, I was stuck on basketball. Basketball was my thing, and it was just something I was doing to be with my friends. So, but I eventually, as I grown to love it, it got me out of here.
Okay, and as you transition to high school, I was going to ask who were your first coach, but just go ahead and tell us anyway. We know.
Well, as I transitioned to high school, I still was kind of stuck on basketball because, in the summer, Coach Miller came in as the new head football coach, and he brought the summer program in. Mm-hmm. So he brought the summer program in first and foremost, me as being a ninth grader, I don't really know about summer program anyway. So, it's summertime. I'm chilling. I'm enjoying my summer. I'm basically thinking about basketball camp because back then we was going to basketball camp. So that's really what was on my mind. And so the guys that was going to practice, Coach Miller was sending the word back. If you know Coach Miller, it was a word. So as a kid, like man, I ain't going no practice.
Mm-hmm.
So one day we hang around in my grandma's yard and a truck pull up. Me and John like, man, who is this? Dark skinned guy get out, glasses on, Coach Miller. So we like, oh man. So he pull up on us, man. He gave us a figure of speech. He kind of scared us, So eventually after that, I started going. I started going to practice, and that's when I really fell in love with it, And back then we had older guys like Tavares Connor, which is my cousin. Like playing with him kind of instilled me more because Tavares was that guy. So that kind of instilled me more into like, this is what this is. I think this is something I want to do too. So I just fell in love with it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Tavares, we had scheduled an interview with him because I want to hear his story as well. And I can't remember, something came up. It was about 6-7 months ago, or something came up. But we're still going to get that interview in because we want to hear his story too. So tell me a little bit about the ninth grade year.
Well, my ninth grade year, back then, like I don't really think they do it no more. But we used to do the bull range stuff like that. And my first time going, I had to go against Steve Little. Steve Little, big back, big back. So we go in there and I put it on him, boom. So he don't have on knee pads. So Coach Miller, he say what he say, and he like, you gonna wear them knee pads now? I bet you wear them knee pads now, So after that, my ninth grade season, I started at cornerback, and then some games I started at safety. Some games I started at fullback. Like I was a utility player. I pretty much played anything. Like my ninth grade year as a freshman, I think I had like 5-6 picks as a freshman, and I had a good freshman year. Great. I think I had a great freshman year. And then being young, it was it was all about when you're young. You don't understand yet the team thing, what I'm saying? Especially as a ninth grader playing with the high school. Yeah. You're like, like, shoot, man, I'm this, So I'd be in the locker room after the game, and it's like, I'm excited because, like, when we played Louisville, I had, like, 2 picks my ninth grade year. So, we playing Louisville, I got 2 picks, I'm a freshman, and they mad. They mad. And they had a reason to be mad. But at the same time, at that moment, I didn't understand because
the team concept.
Team concept. Because, what I'm saying? I played good, But it wasn't about me. Yeah. It was about the team. And as I got older and older, I started understanding it because at the time as a ninth grader, I got time. Time ain't ran out on me yet. What I'm saying? So it's not a time jeopardy thing for me now. But for a junior and a senior, like, it's time sensitive, you know what I'm saying? So these guys trying to win games, especially as a senior, you on your way out. You want to win all your games, So, and then that, my coming into my spring of my freshman year, going to my 10th grade year, I tore my knee up. I had an ACL injury in the spring game. So that kind of set me back. And it really I shouldn't have never got hurt, though. I shouldn't have never got hurt. I shouldn't have even been in the game. But, things happen, But it kind of made me. It made me and it grew me to being a young man at the time because it was taken away from me. Everything was taken away from me. Because that summer, I'm sitting at home. Them guys, they coming by hollering at me. I'm depressed. Yeah. They come on in and holler at me. All right, man. Yeah, I'm good. Time to leave. I'm crying because at this moment, like, I've never been in this situation before. Just sitting. Only thing I can do is sit at the house. I can't do anything. On my leg in a long cast. So I'm at this moment, like, man.
I remember that. I remember that. Yeah.
That moment, I'm depressed. Like for real.
Yeah. I guess, I remember a lot of things when you had missed a game. You missed maybe 4 or 5 games in 30 years, 35 years. So I remember a lot of the stuff that guys have been talking about. Now, so did you have I don't know when everybody got together, but that team that you played on had the biggest offensive line I think that we've ever had. We're getting some decent ones now. We're getting some good sizes, but
that year, my freshman year, and I want to say maybe my 11th, 12th grade year, like we had like guys like Big A, Landis Chandler, Big Hood. The smallest guy on the line was Reggie Harris.
Yeah, and he was the center.
And he was the center.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Reggie probably could have been a fullback, But in high school, we got by with it. But like, we had those guys like Darryl Kelly and Big Brown. Bro, we had some meat up front. Donnie Allen, we had some meat up front. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always we'll get to that. Was that your senior year, Tony? The Thompson twins? That was your senior year. Okay, so we hadn't got there yet. So, but if y'all got a question, go ahead and jump in and just let me know you want to ask a question, because we're gonna keep moving until y'all.
I'm gonna let you get all your stuff out first before we ask questions.
Okay, Coach. Then as you move after the injury, some people would just quit and say, "Man, I got hurt out there. I'm not gonna play anymore." But what kept your drive going?
Well, I guess the main thing is like coming from Bruceville, like I always wanted to be one of the guys that get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing against Brookville, but I wanted to get out. One ain't gonna stop me from getting out, and it sure no knee injury wasn't finna stop me. So my thing was getting back out there, and as my therapist, it was like, man, he said you could play again. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be out. Your knee gonna be stronger. So after I heard that I was gonna play again, only thing I would worry about then is rehabbing. But at the same token I kind of rushed back. I think I rushed back, but at the same time, with not having no guidance of understanding and learning sports, because my grandma, she ain't know nothing about no sports. Mom ain't know nothing about no sports. So whatever I was doing, it was head first. And they was gonna support me with it. So I kind of rushed back. I came back. I think I came back like the 6th game of the season, something like that. Having halfway through the year, having a good year. I just played basically receiver. Probably end up left out of 5-6 more games we played. End up probably think I scored a touchdown every game we played. So after coming back off a knee injury, and so I think I had a good sophomore year. But if I hadn't got hurt, I probably would have been the star running back. So, but that kind of threw me back with me hurt my knee or whatever. So they used me as a receiver.
Okay. Now, I don't remember exactly what year. I think it may have been your junior year when you played some quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. No. It was my senior year.
It was a senior year? Okay.
Senior year.
Yeah. So a lot of people won't even remember that. But moving into your junior year, after having a pretty good productive second half of your sophomore year, then I guess you was really fired up going into your junior year.
Yeah,
you was healthy and everything.
Yeah, pretty much. Cause like coming from football, I wore my brace. Then basketball, like this big brace on, like man, I'm thinking I'm cool. I got this brace on. Nobody want to see me with a brace on. So not thinking once again as a kid, I'm thinking I'm Superman. I'm untouchable. So
yeah.
And I still should have worn my basketball. So I still should have worn the brace the full year, which I ended up coming out of it. Didn't get hurt or anything, but it just was, not following the protocol of everything. But coming into my 11th grade year, like man, I was pumped. I'm like, I'm back fully now. Like these guys, they really about to see what I can do. So we come in, we get a new offensive coordinator, Coach Johnson. He comes in, and we go from the pro set to the spread offense, 4 wide, 1 fullback. So we running the triple option. Like I'm playing some fullback, I'm playing slot, I'm playing quarterback. Like it's a dream, you know. So everything is good. And I like my 11th grade year was. I think I had a good year. You know what I'm saying. And I want to say it's a couple games I might have scored a touchdown on probably pretty much from offense to defense to special teams. I probably scored a touchdown in every effects of the game. So my 11th grade year was great. It was very great for me.
So, at that point, had you decided which positions you liked best, or you just liked them all?
To be honest, at that point, it was more so of, you know, like when you're passionate for the game, it's like say for instance, if the quarterback mess up, come put me at quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just, you know what I'm saying? Not being settling and be like, you know, chill, trust your teammate. You know what I'm saying? But it never was. I didn't trust my teammates or anything. It just was the point of the fact of, I know if I'm in this situation, I know I'm gonna make a play. You know, it ain't no shot or doubt. I'm gonna make a play. You know, so it was more so of that. But at that point, I think my 11th grade year, I had kind of figured out that, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to play receiver because back then, Greg Spann, he was coming back home. And so he introduced me to some techniques of receiver. So after that, I really kind of like got even more potent, learning how to get off the ball, learning how to use my hands, you know what I'm saying, learning how to use my head and shoulders. So I really became potent after that. So it was kind of been up on then that, you know what I'm saying, if I go to college, I'm going to play receiver.
Okay, now, since you said that, I made a post probably about 2 weeks ago, and it was a post with the receivers out there. And I said in that post that there's never been a time when Knoxville didn't have great receivers. We've always had them. And I was watching the junior high earlier in the spring. They still coming, man.
They still coming.
It ain't gonna stop.
It's not gonna stop.
Yeah, they still coming. They still coming.
No.
So before you get to, we talk about your senior year, let's kind of backtrack because we basically been talking football. There's been a little basketball in there. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what you talked about? That would have been your
Going into my that was the spring.
the knee. That was in
Spring
of
'96.
okay, your sophomore
Spring
year.
of '97. I'm going into my sophomore year.
Yeah.
My freshman year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I played basketball like we was the first team in Knoxville County to win the Big Six. Back then it was the Big Six. You know what I'm saying? Like so, it was big back then. Yeah, Starkville, Louisville, West Point, Columbus, who else? It was like 6 teams. So it was big. Ninth grade basketball was big back then. Like that was something like from junior high and ninth grade basketball. It was like in the area. It was huge. So that was something that, you know what I'm saying, me being who I was, thinking I'm a basketball player at the time. Like I gotta win. I didn't win in my junior high, so I gotta win in my ninth grade year. This is my last chance on winning because after this is no more. It's high school now. So we come in our first day in the gym. I tell Coach Bro, like, hey, bro, we went in the Big Six this year. And you with us or you not? And he looking like, and you know, Coach Bro here, what's on? You ain't gonna do nothing. You know, it's Coach Brooks. You know what I'm saying? That's just him, man. And we ended up that year. We ended up being Starkville that year for the Big Six.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's catch up. Let's do the junior year before we go back to your senior year in football.
Okay.
Junior
Well, sophomore
year.
year basketball. I played high school too.
Okay.
So my freshman year, I got a chance to dress out a couple games with the high school because you know, a couple guys, you know, things happen. You know, back then the people know Coach Chip. Coach Chip didn't play, so a couple guys they'll miss some games here or there. So here, you know what I'm saying, me and George Davis, we got a chance in the ninth grade to dress out with the high school and get some garbage minutes, which back then as a ninth grader, dressing out with the high school, that was big time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just now with the high school, like, you know,
Yeah.
chest out, chin up,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So that was big time. And you know, my sophomore year, dress out with the high school, play a little bit, didn't play much. But I played a little bit. Then my 11th grade year was big for me. Played basketball, man. Like I did my thing basketball wise, you know, because I was like more like basketball wise. I would bet on I'm gonna lock you up 94 feet. Like I don't care who you is, I'm gonna lock you up. You're not gonna score on me. And then when we get it, and how Coach Tripp set his offense up, like nowadays, me as a coach, like I let my guys play. I don't just tag a kid and be like, "This you can't score." Back then, Coach Tripp had it to the point he wanted that ball to go on the inside. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the fact that you can't score. Like this first house, we're going on the inside, no matter who we got in there. You know, and I think I could have been a scorer. I really think because there's some games I showed that I could score. You know, but you got to be coachable. You know what I'm saying? And Coach Tripp was one of them people like. You ain't want to be on Coach Tripp ass. So you know what I'm saying? You gonna do what you gonna do.
Yeah.
You know, if not, you're gonna be gone. You know, so my 11th grade year had a good year. You know what I'm saying? Started my 11th grade year going into my 12th grade year. So I had a good basketball career also at Oxford.
Okay. Do you remember? Can you recall what was your highest point average?
Probably 15. I probably scored 15 points a game. Probably averaged 15 assists a game. Because it was back then mainly like I was more like I wanted it. I love to see my teammates score. You know, so I knew I could score, but if they scoring, I'm good. You know, so.
And you had to play within that parameter.
Play within that process.
Oh yeah.
You know, the offense was you gonna play within it.
Yeah, you don't go out there and start solo.
You don't do that with Coach Tripp.
Yeah. Okay, back to football. How did you feel about your offensive line? So Big A sitting over there. I know he was the Thompson twin pulling his jersey off.
Going to my senior year, man, it was like I was like more so like I knew I got to get the ball. Now, you know, which it didn't happen, but things happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the offensive line was solidified, man. You know, them guys block. No matter who's up there, they gonna block.
Yeah.
Tony Henley, Nico Griffin, Jimmy Moe, Alpha Benya got up there, Reggie Harris, Big Hood. Man, we had some guys, man. They blocked. D-Witt, he played D-Witt Smith. Like, man, we had some guys, man. And they knew if they gave us blocks, they knew it was like, especially me, they knew if they give me that line, it's over with. So.
Yeah, I just remember it so vividly, that offensive line, man, how they held the defense away. You know, quarterback had time. They created holes. That was, like I say, I think that may be the biggest line that we've ever had altogether. Like I said, we have a couple of years where you got two, guys that got average, good size. Then you may have a couple other guys. They're really good, but they just don't have the height. So that was, I remember that so vividly. But, okay. After your senior year, how many offers did you get, recruiting-wise?
Zero.
None. And that didn't shake your spirit where you just didn't want to go anymore?
Yeah, it did. Because like I say, back then, we looked at things as like getting letters, you know what I'm saying? You got them letters, you know what I'm saying? We thought it meant something, which really don't mean nothing, you know what I'm saying? They send them out. As a senior, they going to send them out to everybody. So get a letter. It really didn't mean that. But yeah, at the time, it kind of was like, man, I ain't going to play no more. But I had an option to go to Russ College, play basketball. Coach Tripp had set that up for me, but I was like, nah, Coach, I want to play football because I knew I didn't have the size. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have the size, and I could have, but my thing was I ain't gonna be able to get there because I was small. Like I'm not the size I am. I wasn't the size I am now. So I went to East Mississippi and I tried out, and I ended up getting a chance to come back to the team for the fall, and I got cut. Yeah, so that first year, as a freshman, I didn't get a chance to play with Big A, and it kind of hurt, you know, seeing him out there. Nothing jealous because that's my brother, so
Yeah.
it kind of hurt because shoot, we've been at it together, you know what I'm saying? So wanted to be out there with him and be at battle, but I ended up getting cut. You know, it was my fault, but it wasn't my fault. Like as a walk-on, they had us at 2 different dorms, and so me and Kyle Tippett, Nashville County teammate, we the meet started at 6:30. We get there at 6:25. But with those guys being in the football dorm, they was already over there in that area. So they went over here and started the meet because when you look at the majority of the guys, you see everybody there. You know,
Yeah.
so we just go ahead and get started early, which we wasn't, like I said, which we wasn't late because he told us the meet was at 6:30. You know, we got there at 6:25. And we walk out, and I tell Cal, like, nah, bro, we ain't going out like this, bro. I'm going to holler at coach. So we go back in there, and they send in there in the coaches meeting, and I'm like, Coach, you said we was late, but we wasn't late. You said the meeting was at 6:30. We got in the meeting at 6:25. You're like, nah, I didn't say that. And the only coach that stood up and said, Coach, he right, you did say the meeting was at 6:30, was Coach Sullivan, the defense coordinator. You know, and Coach Sullivan was a stand-up guy, man, like, because any other coach, they, you know, and the other coaches was there too. Nobody else, you know what I'm saying? The rest of them were like, you know, it is what it is, because at the same time, they're looking at me and Kyle like, we some walk-on, like, we ain't that, you know? So, but granted, the crazy part about it is, I got caught in the numbers game.
Yeah.
You know, I got caught in the number game. You already got sophomore receivers there. And so basically, like, you get caught in the number game, it ain't the fact that you can't play, it's the fact that who we gonna get rid of for you when these guys have proven to us that they can do it, you know, because they had top-notch DBs that they couldn't guard me. Like, I gave them havoc, you know what I'm saying, because, like I said, I was small, I was quick, I was fast, I was furious, like, I ain't fearing nothing feared me, like, especially football, it's football, any sport, like, that's how I looked at it, like, bro, it's just a sport. So, I got caught in the number game. And I tell people I got cut 2 times in a week. He cut us that, I think it probably was that Tuesday or Wednesday. He turned around again and cut us that Friday, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think he let us come back basically mainly because of Coach Sullivan stepped up and said, what, you know what I'm saying, what was at 6:30. But after that, though, I might well could have just quit because, man, the receiver coach gave me pretty hell. Like, and the guys that had been there, they knew it. So, like, bro, you good. You know what I'm saying? Because we ran things they call gas, sideline to sideline. If you don't touch the line, they don't count.
Yeah.
And I'm running past the line. He like, it don't count. Johnson ain't touched the line. And them guys like, man, you good, bro. We know you touching the line. He just, you know what I'm saying, just mentally trying to get in my head mentally, you know what I'm saying? So that's all that was. But
Yeah.
they knew they was going to cut me anyway. They ain't had to do me like that.
Yeah. 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 Now, at that time, I wasn't going to any track meets. I go to a lot of them now. Did you run track?
I ran track too.
Okay.
I played baseball too. I played all 4 sports.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So during your years, I mean, basically, I was just at the football games.
Well, my senior year, and back then, like, pretty much that's why they changed the prom now, because it always been on North Hale. And, you know, ain't nobody going on track. So we kind of like put you in the bind some. But my senior year, man, we made the North Hale, or was it? No, it was North Hale. We made the North Hale, and we got beat, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I can remember a track meet. We went to North Half, and people I know could do better than they was doing.
But they wasn't there.
They wasn't. Well, some of them was there, but they didn't. I know they wasn't putting putting out. You know, because you shouldn't make a kid have to make that decision.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's plenty of days. Change it. So the kids can do both.
Do both.
Yeah. So then after scuba,
I ended up. I had a scholarship to West Alabama and Florida A&M. But Florida A&M, they wanted me to come in the spring, and then they was gonna put me on scholarship in the fall. So I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. And then at the time, West Alabama was kind of low level then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah. So I'm gonna go to Jackson State. I'm gonna walk on at Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? You got Chris down there, you got Bobby down there, you got Dion down there. You know, old teammates. I go down there and play with them guys. And so I go down there one day, and I back then, you know, you got cassettes. So I go to the field house at school, and I make me a highlight tape, and I take it to Jackson State with me. I go down there one day, and Big Whoop, he ride down there with me. You know, Big Whoop was like a father figure to me, so he ride down there with me, and we go in there, they put it in, they watch it, they like, okay. So they tell me, you know, what to do, come back in the fall, and they tell me everything that's gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? They gonna have a meeting, I need to be at the meeting, and after that, that spring, had a good spring, you know what I'm saying? I had a good spring, but I wasn't gonna go back. I was gonna go to West Alabama. And me and the offense coordinator, at the time, he kind of like, I went and talked to him about, you know, getting on the field. What do I need to do better as a player? You know what I'm saying, to be able to get on the field. And one day he was I guess he was kind of mad or something. He just went to talking about it amongst the players. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nah, bro, this ain't it. You know, this ain't how we supposed to do this. So I ain't had no respect for him after that. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go to West Alabama. So they called. I'm like, man, I ain't answering the phone. I ain't returning no call. Chris and them told him I ain't coming back. And so at the time, my wife, we at home, we in the bed, and she wasn't my wife at the time. It was a girlfriend, a boyfriend, and she answered the phone, and it was Coach Robert.
Yeah.
She was like, some coach on the phone. And I'm like, man, why you answering this phone? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause now I can't just hang up on him, you know what I'm saying? So I answered, man, he kept me on the phone, man, we talking. He like, Johnson, man, I need you to come back. You're going to be my star return guy. You're going to be my punt return guy. You're going to be kick out return guy. And, you know, you just can't go to West Alabama. They got a lot going on over there right now. You know, at the time, they had the KKK march over there. And he was like, you can't go over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Coach, that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? He's like, well, nah, but you can't go over there, you know. So, man, he kept me on the phone and talked to me for about an hour. And then he had the offensive coordinator with Darren Arisbury. He said, Coach Arisbury is sitting here, and he's saying he's going to be his fifth receiver. You know what I'm saying? Coming out the bench, he's going to be the fifth guy. And some games, they start 5 wide. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I get out the phone with him. He called me right back and said, son, I need you here. So then I was sold back on Jackson State. So that's how I ended up going back to Jackson State in the fall.
Okay. So that first year at Jackson State, full time, how did you do on kickoffs?
Man, it was like I made the newspaper my first game.
Wow.
So that was a big time, you know what I'm saying? Really could have scored. I could have scored. I had a touchdown. But you know, when you moving fast and one of my guys, he stopped the block, and when he booted out, I bumped him and tapped him. He actually tackled me.
Yeah.
It was cool, and I had a good year. I averaged like 20 a pop, kick out return, probably about 10, 15 a pop, punt return. And funny thing about that year was Coach Robert. We was in the special team league. We probably like 4 or 5 games in the season, huh? And they kick it to me on kick return. And you know, if it go in the end zone, you know, you're supposed to nail it. So I wasn't getting much burn at receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like, man,
I'm coming out of here.
I'm coming out of here. And I catch it in the back of it. It's almost in the back of the end zone. When I catch it and I turn and I almost broke it. Shoestring tackle. So we in film room, and one of the special team coaches, he like, Johnson,